Loving discipline. Raising children without harsh punishment. Hello, dear parents. Today, let's talk about a topic that I believe many parents care about and sometimes feel confused about: disciplining children. Do we often think that scolding or punishing our children when they misbehave is discipline? Many of us use punishment as a way to correct our child's behavior. But did you know that discipline and punishment are actually two completely different paths? Punishment may cause pain, emotional wounds, and even feelings of shame or humiliation just to make a child afraid of repeating a mistake. However, discipline, when done with love and the right approach, is like a guiding teacher, helping children learn to make better choices next time. Before we dive into the details, let's go over the key points we'll explore in today's discussion. First, we will understand what discipline really means. It's about setting clear and consistent rules, along with reasonable consequences for inappropriate behavior, not emotional punishment. Next, we will look at the unintended negative effects that punishment can have on a child's development. Most importantly, we will discover the power of positive discipline, how we can actively teach children essential skills like emotional management, problem solving, and cooperation, all while strengthening the parent-child bond and helping children grow with confidence. Now, let's begin our journey into loving discipline. Understanding the difference: positive discipline versus punishment. There's an important truth that we may not always realize. Positive discipline and punishment are two completely different concepts. Even the American Psychological Association emphasizes this. So, what's the difference? Think of effective discipline as a learning journey, based on the belief that children do better when they feel better. The goal of discipline is not to instill fear but to guide children toward responsible and cooperative behavior through understanding and support. Proper discipline helps children regain their calm when facing challenges, learn how to solve problems independently, control their anger and emotions, gradually develop self-regulation skills, understand appropriate behaviors in different situations. In contrast, punishment operates on an entirely different principle: the idea that a child must feel bad, hurt, ashamed, or humiliated to learn correct behavior. When we punish, we are actually using power and fear to control behavior, teaching children to hide their mistakes or lie to avoid punishment, focusing only on negative behavior while ignoring their efforts, encouraging behavior based on fear of consequences rather than genuine understanding of right and wrong. This difference is significant, isn't it? It doesn't just affect a child's behavior in the moment but also shapes how they see themselves and the world around them. The hidden harms of punishment. Why should we avoid it? Why is punishment so problematic? Let's take a closer look at the unintended harm it can cause, something we may sometimes overlook in moments of frustration or exhaustion. Punishment, by nature, forces a child to pay a price for their mistakes. Sometimes, this comes from our own disappointment or helplessness regarding our child's behavior, or even from our personal struggles. So we yell, spank, or take away their favorite things, hoping they will learn their lesson and never repeat the mistake. But in reality, these punishments often don't have the desired effect. In fact, they may backfire. Think about it. When we use punishment to control our child instead of teaching self-control, they learn, I need my parents to manage me because I can't do it myself. This is dangerous. It changes how they perceive themselves. A child who is frequently punished may start to think, I'm terrible, I always do things wrong, or even, I'm not worthy. Over time, these negative self-beliefs can become deeply ingrained. Moreover, punishment does not teach children how to behave better. A child who is spanked for kicking their sibling does not learn how to resolve conflicts peacefully. Instead, they may feel confused and frustrated. Why can my parents hit me, but I can't hit my sibling? Another issue is that punishment often makes children focus more on their anger toward their parents than on learning from their mistakes. Instead of calmly thinking about how to improve, a child who is forced to stand in the corner for hours might spend that time feeling resentful and planning how to get back at the person who punished them. We often mistakenly believe that harsh punishment will make children learn their lesson. But more important than making them afraid is helping them understand what they should do next time. Punishment fails at this, but positive discipline can achieve it. The power of positive discipline, teaching with love and guidance. So if we don't punish, how can we help children recognize their mistakes and improve their behavior? The answer lies in positive discipline, a proactive, loving, and constructive approach. Positive discipline is not about waiting for a child to misbehave and then reacting. Instead, it's about actively teaching valuable life skills, like self-regulation, problem-solving, and handling difficult emotions like anger, sadness, or frustration. Discipline helps children learn from their mistakes in a way that builds their ability to make better choices in the future. The key to positive discipline is setting clear, understandable, and consistent family rules. When a child breaks a rule, logical consequences should follow, not to cause pain or shame, but to help them see the connection between their actions and the outcome. This helps them develop responsibility and decision-making skills. There are many positive discipline techniques we can use, such as time out, giving the child a quiet moment to calm down and regain control. Time in, sitting with the child to discuss their feelings and understand the situation. Praise and rewards, encouraging good behavior through recognition and positive reinforcement. Natural consequences, allowing a child to experience the direct results of their actions, e.g., spilling water means they must clean it up. Loss of privileges, removing a privilege in a fair and reasonable way, e.g., limiting screen time for one day instead of indefinite punishment. Even when using consequences, timing matters. Instead of saying, "No TV for a week," as a punishment, a better approach might be, "You lost TV privileges for today, but you can earn it back tomorrow by following the rules." This way, children understand that consequences are limited, and they have the power to correct their behavior. The most beautiful thing about positive discipline is that it strengthens the parent-child bond. When children feel loved, understood, and respected, their misbehavior naturally decreases. Discipline teaches lessons without shaming or damaging self-esteem. A child who feels capable and confident in themselves is less likely to make poor choices. And even when they make mistakes, they will have the courage to face them and improve, because they know their parents will always guide and support them with love. Raising children is never easy, and choosing between loving discipline and punishment can sometimes be challenging. But I hope today's discussion has given you a clearer understanding of the difference between them and the power of positive discipline. It's the path that not only corrects behavior but also nurtures the child's soul, builds confidence, and strengthens the love within a family. Wishing all parents and children many moments of love and connection as you grow together every day. See you next time.